The first exercise is a hip flexor stretch and reach. You'll start in a half kneeling position, reaching up with the opposite arm of the leg that's forward, inhaling and then bending over towards the bent knee, keeping hips tucked and ribs down to stretch through the front of the quad and up into the side. The second exercise is active ankle dorsiflexion. So in that same half kneeling position as before, you're going to want to narrow up that back knee to be closer to the front foot. One hand or both hands can go on the knee and you'll press the knee forward, keeping the heel driving into the ground, trying to go past the toes a little further each time. The next exercise is the alternating posterior chain stretch. So to start, you'll lay on your back, bring one knee and hug it in towards your chest. From there, you'll let the knee fall over towards the opposite side, reaching behind you, working to keep that shoulder on the ground to stretch through the back and chest. Repeat on both sides, alternating between. The next exercise is child's pose to down dog. So on your knees, reach hands out in front of you and press the bottom back to stretch through the low back and upper back. From there, you'll tuck toes under and press hips up and back into a downward dog position. There you want to really focus on keeping hips tucked in and stretching through the shoulders. The next exercise is the hip airplane. So you're going to start really similarly to an SLDL. You'll want to keep toes pretty close to the ground, hands on hips. We're going to drop the hip of the leg that is back in towards the foot. You'll want to feel like that pocket gets lower and turn towards the standing leg. And then from there, we're going to pull back so the pocket drives away and up to the ceiling. As you're rotating out, really make sure that it is coming from within the hips and you're not pulling your shoulders back in attempt to get more range of motion. We're just focused on hips here. So to finish up our warm-up, we have just a little skip series. First one you'll do is a forwards skip all the way down and then a backward skip back to where you started. You're gonna wanna shoot for 20 to 30 feet of distance covered each time, and you're gonna go down and back 3 times. The final one is a lateral skip. So you'll start like you're marching and then add a hop, working to keep both feet staying in the same direction. They're not turning forwards. And every time you'll drive opposite arm forward, just like you were skipping or walking normally, but just going sideways. If you ever get stuck and you find that you lose the rhythm, just start marching and then add in the hop again.
Good. Go. Good.